I hit that first guy, he's fucking dead. I like to hear, baby. I hit that guy right in the fucking head.
Hey guys, welcome back to Midwest 2A. Today I'm going over my Mk12 Mod 1 rifle. I started this rifle 2 years ago, and it started as just a Palmetto State Armory 18-inch SPR. Came with their factory stainless barrel, A2 stock, the upper and lower. The rifle came to me for about $479. I ordered the upper and lower off their website, put it together, took it out, and it performed pretty good. For a PSA rifle, everyone kind of made fun of me for wanting to do a Mk12 build out of a PSA, but I had pretty good luck with it. Now, I did have to disassemble the rifle, and of course the barrel nut was torqued onto there to 800 foot-pounds and such, so had to totally start from a clean slate, I guess you could say. And I ran that rifle for about a year, and I knew I really wanted to do a Mk12 clone. And so about a year in is when I finally sourced the handguard, and then I got the barrel and had that together and ran it like that for a while. The last thing I really knew I needed to swap out was the trigger, the factory trigger. Even after polishing it and trying to make it as smooth as possible, it was still pretty bad. So I ended up swapping out the trigger as well. So in this 2-year time span, I have swapped about 5 parts on this rifle, and we're going to get into that now. So starting at the front, the barrel was swapped out with a Ballistic Advantage 18-inch SPR profile barrel. This is a 1-in-7 twist barrel, so it's better suited for the heavier projectiles, such as the 77 grains and the 75 grains. The handguard is a factory Knights rail. This did come from Bevan's Ballistics in Florida. I was looking for rails, and they were all in like the $750 to $1,000 range, and I'm like, there's no way. I ended up finding this on their website for $450. So if you're in the market for a CAC free float rail, go to Bevan Ballistics out of Florida and send them an email. They're usually out of stock, but they get a shipment in every once in a while. That's a great place to get a OEM rail. That is the Knights rail panels and the Knights foregrip. Moving on back, the Romeo 5 red dot on top of the scope, that is new. I went to a couple DMR SPR classes, ran it without one, and didn't really have that much issue, but everyone else was running red dots on top of their optics, and I did try it, and there was definitely some courses where it actually helped, just for identifying smaller targets and making sure your rifle's lined up before you get down on the scope. So I did go ahead, I had a Romeo 5 just laying on the shelf, went ahead and threw that on there. Moving on back, the trigger. The trigger, factory PSA trigger was so bad, it wasn't that bad, but compared to like a Geisley, which is in it now, day and night difference. So the trigger I ended up going with is Geisley's SSA. I believe that's clone correct for the Mk12, and it's an awesome trigger. I think it helped me tighten some groups up a little bit. Where I really noticed it helping me out was when I stretched it to longer distance to the 600-700 yard range. Having that 2-stage trigger that is super precise, and it's got just such a clean break. Moving down to the pistol grip, this is the A2 grip that came with the PSA lower. I just went ahead and took a Dremel and wiped off the hump there on the A2 grip, make it similar to an A1 style grip. I could have just bought an A1 grip, but So as far as major changes go, that's about really all that I've done to the rifle in the last 2 years. I've been putting as many rounds through it as I can. It's only got like, I haven't kept good track, but I would say maybe 1,500 rounds on it. It's maintained a incredible accuracy. This barrel is flawless. We're still running the factory PSA bolt carrier group. The upper and lower receivers are the exact same. Bipod's the same. Suppressor's still the same. This is my trusty YHM Turbo. Great suppressor. I will plan on swapping that with a Otter Creek OCM6 when they do come out, but we'll save that for another day. As far as performance goes on this rifle, when I started off, like I said, I was super impressed with it. It did better than I had expected for a PSA rifle. It was 0.7 to 1 MOA with my hand-loaded ammunition, but I knew I could still squeeze just a little bit more out of this. So the 18-inch SPR profile barrel, it's a little bit heavier of a barrel. It's 1-in-7 twist instead of 1-in-8, so a little bit better suited for the heavier projectiles, like I said earlier. And the main reason, obviously, I can put the obscene collars with the abducted can and now I've got my completed Mark 12 Mod 1. As far as performance goes, like I said, I've got about 1,500 rounds on this, 1 MOA or less. My last printing that I went out, I got like a .71. That was a 10 round group. I shot some 10 round groups. I was doing some load development, testing out some 68 grain, some 77 grain OTMs, 77 grain SMKs, different brass, different powders, stuff like that. And yeah, I think I pulled off like a .7 10 round group, which is just incredible. As far as accuracy goes, this thing knocks it out of the park. It's a little gassy, which, I mean, it's an older can, it's not flow through. Maybe a PRI gas buster charging handle would help it a little bit, but I mean, it doesn't bother me shooting it. I go out and shoot it on cold days. Not like I'm running through mag after mag after mag and just gassing myself out. It's pretty... it's pretty manageable. So as far as ejection goes, I've not had any ejection pattern issues. It's not perfect. It's not like it's ejecting back at 4 or whatever, but it's not throwing them straight forward at like 1 o'clock. So 3 o'clock, I'm happy with that. It's not real jumpy. I mean, it's a 12 to 13 pound rifle, so obviously it's not going to do much. Yeah, performance wise, this rifle is just an awesome setup. So last time you guys saw this rifle, I believe our overall budget in the rifle was right around the $1,500 range. And obviously, like I said, since then we've replaced some things. And so the rail, it ran us $450. The barrel was like another $150. I think they were running a sale on it, so it could have been even cheaper than that. Yeah, it might have been in the $130 range, but I just said $150, play it safe. The trigger, that was kind of pricey, as $200. The Romeo 5, we're not going to put a price on that because I just had it sitting on the shelf and wasn't going to use it, and it fits just great on there. The way it sits right now, we're sitting at like $2,300. Yeah, I probably could go buy maybe a Centurion build, probably around the $2,500 range, but I wanted to see what I can make out of PSA. That was kind of my challenge starting off. I wanted to take a cheap gun and accurize it and make it as accurate as possible, and so far it's really surprised me. Okay guys, so getting to the end of the video here, let's move on to like some future plans I have for this rifle. As far as everything goes, I'm pretty happy. I do have 2 things that I would like to go ahead and swap out though. At some point I am gonna get a abducted suppressor for this, so like the Otter Creek OCM6, whenever they finally come out with that thing, I'm probably gonna slap one of those on here. And then the bolt carrier group, like I said, I haven't had any issues, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and swap that out for like a sand cutter, whether that's from Centurion or a CAC. Probably gonna swap that out at some point too. But like I said, I haven't had any issues, so I don't mind keeping it in there for right now. So yeah guys, that's it for the video. Go ahead and like and subscribe and comment down below if you like Mark 12s, Mod 1s, Mod O's, Mod H. I like them all, but the Mod 1's my favorite. So thanks for watching guys.